Now, going over to the Culture podcast, you have a person posting upside down flags or upside down US flags on the interstate going viral when they were threatened by leftist. Now, this is brought to us thanks to End Wokeness on X Twitter, in which they say, quote, actually, they say, quote, "This is what the left thinks of us. Media radicalization is real and dangerous," which, yes, it is a cliche, the pot calling the kettle black. And, of course, not a suit in sight. Wearing, what kind of guy is this? He's wearing gym shorts. So he's topless, wearing gym shorts. They do not look like running sneakers. There's certainly no New Balance 990s, to say the least. He's wearing, like, ankle, what is it? Not the knee-high socks, but the in-between ones. I don't want to say fashion F minus, but maybe fashion F plus. But nevertheless, let's I usually say what they say is, infinitely better than, more eloquent than I, but this case might be a coin flip.
Get off this overpass, you racist. Your kind is not allowed up here. No, you come up.
So he's saying that to, she's a little bit shorter than him, a white gal with a ponytail, and they have the American flags hung up behind them. They're upside down. They also have the Gadsden flag, which, of all the flags, I'd say the Gadsden flag is one of the most patriotic and American.
Here all the time. No one stands with you, you racist.
Now, it's funny because there's a guy right behind her standing with her. So, I mean, if I were that other guy, I'd be like, well, actually, I mean, just anecdotally right here, but I partially digress.
What are you gonna do with this video?
You are 100% evil. You are 100%.
Now you have another lady yelling at them, and she's driving she does at least have good automotive choice. She's driving looks like a 2001 Toyota Corolla, which is one of the most bulletproof vehicles on the road, bar none. And yeah, you just can't break those things. And Bundle Business Fact is the most popular vehicle sold in history. She, of course, is wearing rudimentary fashion with, what is it, a visor? I know you're allowed to wear those outside of a golf course. A t-shirt, maybe jeans? Let me wind up really quick so you hear the entire of what she has to say.
Video.
You are 100% evil. You are 100%. You are 100% terrorist traitors to this country, just like him. And God damn you to burn in hell down.
Ironic, because most of those people do not believe in hell, and one of the flags is a I Stand With Trump flag as well.
Will burn in hell. I'm sorry that the guy was an inch off.
That's pretty much.
Trump derangement syndrome is real. It is very, very, very real. And look at, that's a little sad by Toyota. If you look, the trunk is no longer aligned. So she's a very rudimentary owner. She's destroying a tank of a vehicle. How could she?
Inch off.
I bet it only has 2 pedals as well.
That's pretty much what political debate in America has become.
Whoa! We owned this gun to guys last night.
Get off this.
And I want to say this gentleman topless I was yelling has a lack of muscle, but come to think, he eats a lot of soy. And it is sad. In that video, the reporter says this is, what political discussion has become. And there are a lot of people who are just brainwashed to just viscerally hating the other side. Another very fascinating juxtaposition of the two positions, where you have people on the far right who want Trump to be unalive, or switch that, people on the far left who want Trump to be unalive. And people on the far right, when they used to talk about Biden when he's still pretending to run and be in charge, most of them would say he should be retired, hanging out in a retirement home with his grandkids, eating ice cream. There wasn't mass number of them calling for political violence against him. And I can't, but I think they blame the media to have a part of making everyone just more on edge. Again, calling Trump the most heinous things the past 8-9 years now definitely isn't good for culture. I mean, it used to be back in the day. I see back in the day, like it was forever ago, like in the 90s, you'd be able to have a cordial discussion with your neighbors. Maybe your different political affiliations. You talk about, hey, I think this candidate is better because his position on to fix this particular problem. Is he going to do A, B, and C? And you have the other side saying, hey, I agree that this is a problem. I think the best conscription, the best way to fix it would do, D, E, F. And you'd have a discussion on which methodology is more efficient, based on historicals, based on use cases, and you'd see which solution is going to be best and try it out. Unfortunately, it's become a rudimentary yelling match between people more and more, saying, vote blue no matter what, or something stupid like that. It goes to people on the right, too, who say, I'm going to vote for them just no matter who's on the ballot. Again, doesn't give an incentive for the parties to put, actual intellectuals on the ballot or people with modicum of intelligence. But maybe I'm alone with this assessment. Let's dive into the comments, find out. Scrolling down more and more. Elon Musk says, so tolerant and so kind, getting 7.4 thousand likes. You also have Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, the left is full of evil Fs, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Paul Zupa says, it's sad but not surprising given how the media has lied and poisoned the minds of so many Americans. There is so much healing that needs to happen, getting 676 likes. Which, yeah, is very true. Again, a lot of people have just been tuned into CNN for way too long. And another issue is, you look at statistically, who's seeking out data. A lot of people on the left just stick into the cliche, mainstream medias. They don't seek alternative positions. There's a lot of libertarians, people on the right, they do seek out additional viewpoints and information. There's a reason I specifically follow many leftists and people I may not ideologically agree with on X Twitter. So I want to hear what they have to say. It might be interesting. And I joke saying usually it's mentally vacuous, but you never know. Maybe they have an idea to fix a problem, or maybe they have something that could help. You never know. Statistically, probably not. High. The probability is not high. But again, more information the better. And echo chambers get boring as hell, and I don't think they're a good thing. I think that's one of the reasons we've had this snowball effect into the detriment and degradation of culture. We also have Sassafras84 says, these are the evil domestic terrorists of America. Time to either gather them up and arrest them or institutionalize them. They are dangerous. Getting 515 likes, which, they didn't. No, the one gentleman didn't give a specific articulate threat, so legally, I don't think you could do that. And I really do think that. I don't know if it's possible. I think the best way to fix it would just be laid back conversations, just getting people out of their shells. Now, unfortunately, I don't think that's likely to happen, but I think that would be one of the best ways to do it. Let's see here. Florida 1 says, these people are mental. How do they become this way? 1, media 24/7 programming. 2, Democrats saying Trump is an existential threat. Joy Reid gives you an example. And let's see what she has to say. This might be painful, but we'll listen to her.
And not spread COVID around, but also to remind people of what
people say my hair is bad. Jesus.
Spread COVID around, but also to remind people of what hell we went through with COVID because of Donald Trump. Here is a great messaging opportunity for President Biden to bring out the tape and remind people of how many people died. 1 million people are no longer with us.
Fascinating how when Biden came into office, all the mainstream media stopped using that death ticker on the pandemic. They had that on every second of the day when Trump was in office.
Grandmas were dying alone with their iPad. Great opportunity and messaging opportunity should the White House choose to take it.
Yeah. Joy Reid. One of the most ironic names because she is very much not a joy. And ridiculous of a name as well. It's almost as dumb as a name like Topping. Oh, wait. I digress. See if there's any other contrarian comments here. Johnny Maga says, every rabid leftist I know in my neighborhood drives a total shitbox cars like this. You'll OFC have your upper class lawyer types vote for Biden and drive Audis, but the nastiest ones live in dumps and plant 10 signs in their weed infested yards. Getting 272 likes is a picture of her with the leftist crazy gal with the Camry, vintage 2001 era, which I don't know about. That'd be fascinating to see. That'd be fascinating to see the statistical ownership of what cars people have based on political affiliation and income. That being said, I know a lot of people who are middle and right who have old cars because the best car, I always tell people, the best car on the road is one you have that's already paid off. My parents still drive a 2001 Honda Accord. Thing's bulletproof damn near, and they're driving in the Midwest with all that crappy salt they put on the roads. They're by no means leftist. So I don't think that's necessarily true in terms of the car condition. But yeah, let me know about that. Do you know anyone, in your group of friends, do you see the people who have the crappiest cars are more radical on the left? See. One bad dude says they have been radicalized, getting 961 likes. The right girl says no one stands with you. Meanwhile, literally 70% of the country stands with them, getting 729 likes. And again, there's a guy right behind that girl they're yelling at. He should have been like, well, I am right here. But it would have been even better if he brought a poster board that says, I am standing with her. But no, nevertheless. We'll do one more. Descended West says, imagine being that hate and nasty and still looking thinking you're with the good guys. Extraordinary. Getting 968 likes, which, yeah. Another thing that is really weird, I don't think it's a good thing culturally. I think a big issue with society and culture is that many people have replaced religion and, neighborhoods and that culture with politics. It's their new sports balls team. They have to cheer for the blue or cheer for the red. and they just mindlessly vote. I mean, you see this on next Twitter. People mindlessly vote for people just because they're on the team, which I always tell people, it's ridiculous, especially if you're on the right, because there's so many rhinos that will say they're Republican, but not really in practice, and they don't even vote that way. So I always tell people, if you can give me 3 to 4 bullet points or 5 bullet points of why you think a candidate is good, or what kind of policies they have, I'll respect your vote, even if I don't agree with that person's ideology of how to fix the problems we are discussing. But let me know in the comments. Person definitely, they definitely don't seem well, but let me know, as always. Fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time again to tune in. Trying to get again to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving the thumbs up, a thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.